Good morning, you guys. May the good Lord bless you. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. The Saturday before Christmas. I'm headed here to the blacksmith shop this morning. I'm going to show you guys how to do a faggot weld. F-A-G-G-O-T. Faggot weld. Or stacked weld. The reason that I'm going to show you this is you can take a piece of metal without cutting it up into chunks and weld it together in its own little stack itself. I hope that makes sense to you guys, and I'm going to show you guys this. But anyway, you can see we're getting a pretty good snow shower here this morning in the state of Virginia. So let's get inside the shop here and let's get the fire started, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. May your day be merry and bright, and behold your Christmases. All right, you all, make sure you get your piece of material really good and clean. That's the whole point of this exercise. You can't weld if it's not clean. If it's rusty, it's not going to weld right, okay? So get it good and clean. What we're going to do is we're going to fold it back on itself about 3 different times in this particular thing to create that stacked weld or faggot weld, which gets its name from just plain old bundle of sticks, okay? A bundle of sticks is what that is. So let's get it hot and let's bend it over on itself. Let's get it hot again and bend it over on itself, being careful to keep it really good and clean. That's sure you get the scale off of it, you guys. Alright, now we'll heat it up. We'll flop it back again. The whole point is if a smith was going to make something thicker like a hammer, hatchet, or anything else, axe, and he only had that one piece of steel to work with, that's what he would be doing. Now, at this point, it's a good idea as you're going along to go ahead and flux this. So what I'm saying is, you guys, flux it as you go, okay? All right, bring that back out of the fire, you guys. Clean it up really good. And bend it again. This is 3/8 of an inch thick, you guys. See what we're doing there? All right, let's flux it. Like I say, this will help it stay clean while we're getting it ready to forge weld. We're going to bend that one more time, you guys. You see, the flux keeps it really good and clean, you guys. We'll drop just a little bit more right here. At that point, we're going to bend this down. We're going to roll this back on itself again. Get that good and tight together, you guys. All right. Let that melt. You all, it'll take you a couple minutes to heat that up to the forge welded heat. This is just common iron. Remember, they did this when they wanted to take pure iron and make hammers and stuff like that. That's exactly the way that they did it. They would fold that stuff back on itself, weld it, fold it, weld it, fold it, weld it until they had a thick enough chunk of iron to make a hammer, whatever it is they were going to make out of this stuff, okay? So it takes a lot of fuel to do this. I've probably got a 5-gallon bucket of fuel right there burning right at the present time. And like I say, it'll take it a minute or two to come up to the welding heat. That's really hot, you guys. All right, let's put it right straight back in the fire. All right, you all, at this point, since this is going to be a small hammer, you should be able to start forging that into your hammer, okay? It should be one chunk of iron. All right? What I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to cut that thing off right there and see if I've got any cracks in it. All right, you all, you see this stonemason's hammer right here? This one's going to be made for a grandson. Okay? See a stonemason? You never know what they're going to be, do you? Anyway, you all, in the next video, I will show you how to finish this hammer. I will show you how to take a piece of carbon steel and weld it to the face of these hammers, because that's the way that it was done. Okay? But anyway, there's our hammer head that we made doing a faggot weld, okay? I do see a little crack right here, and that's just the way it's going to be right where you fold that over, okay? It's going to have a crack there. You can cut that off, or you can weld a piece of steel to it like I'm going to do for this kid's hammer, all right? You all, my hero camera just kept going dead there. I had this video's all mixed up, I think. But anyway, hope you get something out of it. That's how you do a faggot weld or a stacked weld where you don't cut the pieces up in chunks, okay? You just fold it back on itself just like a piece of paper, and you weld it and weld it and weld it, and that's the way it was done in the old days when they wanted to take a flat piece of metal and turn that into a hammer, axe head, or anything else that they were trying to make that was going to be large. You know, they needed a larger piece of metal, so they would weld it into a chunk of metal like that. But anyway, in the next video, I will show you how to turn that into a hammerhead. I will weld a piece of steel to the face of that hammer so that it will last, you know, doing what the work it is designed to be doing. And that's the way they did it back in the old days. With that, you all, may the good Lord bless you. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Merry Christmas.